Hey, this is Jay from Gizmochi, and you're watching CMS TV. Oh, fuck yeah!
All right, so let's get to this contest finally. We'll wrap the show with this contest.
All right.
So, back to the Black Sabbath thing.
Okay.
Geezer Butler is promoting a book. He has a new book out there called Into the Void, The Birth to Black Sabbath and Beyond.
Okay.
And he's out there doing press. And he said last week that he does not speak to Ozzy anymore at all.
All right.
And he says, where's it at here? Speaking about the fact that he mentioned Tony Iommi in the book's accomplishments, where he wrote that Tony actually still keeps in touch, Geezer said, yes, he's always been there for me. You know, he's a good friend. We can slag each other to death. It's like marriage. You can have terrible arguments, you fall out, and then you come back together. But he's always there. He always is. I hope he is after this book as well. I still love Bill, but he's not on the internet. If you want to talk to Bill, you have to email his wife, and she has to tell him. It's really awkward.
All right.
Ozzy, I don't speak to at all. Asked if he thinks there's a chance those lines of communication will open back up at some point, Butler said, I very much doubt it. We didn't fall out. It was the wives.
Yeah, it always is. We've always said that on the show. It's just like chicks always fuck up everything.
Yeah. But it gets worse.
All right.
This next line I'm going to read you is going to fucking kill you. That these guys that got together and made $1 billion together.
Yeah. Again, over a 50+ year friendship career, whatever you want to call it.
$1 billion with a B. Black Sabbath has made $1 billion
easily, whether they pocket it or not.
Yeah,
in gross revenues,
they've generated that
over 50 years. Yeah, they've grossed at least $1 billion.
And these two guys are part of that. Main parts of it, Ozzy and Geezer Butler.
Okay.
Hold on to your chair, bro, because you might fall out.
All right, let me strap in as Chris.
Strap in.
All right, here I'm holding tight.
All right, here it comes.
Give me the news. Deliver me the news.
Quote, me and Ozzy are fine. It's just that we're both ruled by our wives. He's got a big heart and is always there for me. But they're both ruled by their wives.
They're ruled by their wives.
50 years, $1 billion. You can't say shut up.
Or why are you even married?
Well, that too. There's that as well.
Dude, I know your answer.
Yeah.
Why would you even consider being married? Why?
Ozzy, I guess, because Sharon did save his life.
Right.
So I guess at this point, it would be, he doesn't know nothing else, and he doesn't seem the type.
It's a debt of gratitude, and he needs to be managed, apparently.
I have no idea what Geezer. I have no idea why Geezer, and he's been with Gloria for a long time. So again, it could be that as well. It could very much be that he's been with her so long he doesn't know, he doesn't want to give half of it to her, because he would give half of it to her.
Again, it's like, why did you get wrapped up and marry someone to begin with?
Yeah, I don't get that. It's beyond stupid.
Yeah. See, you and I mean, you obviously have done the long run. 24 years. I did 3 years, and it was like after the third year and it was over and done. And I got off cheap for the most part. And you claim you did too.
I did.
But what is the purpose? I'm a intelligent, well thought out thinking person. I don't need someone to go, well, you need to do this, or you should be doing this, or I need to manage that.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense to me. I don't have any desire for children, which a lot of people, for whatever reason, they go, I want to have kids. Do you? Okay. So
I'm not even talking about it. These are 70-year-old billionaires that can't be friends.
I understand. I get
the fuck.
So you can't even communicate one-on-one directly because you are controlled by your wives.
Terrible.
Are you shitting me?
Terrible.
You're multi-millionaire rock star guys who've traveled the world. You've seen it all. You've done it all. Somehow, some way, a woman stands in your way.
Yeah.
Be able to live your life freely and go, hey, you know what? I want to call up my old, how did they say, my old chum? What did they say?
Yeah, your old pal or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to call up my old friend Ozzy. Well, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, I don't like his wife, so you can't speak to him.
I don't like his lifestyle. I think he'll draw you back into something, awful. Well, I guess you're right. I just probably won't do that then.
Yeah, it's horrible. Horrible. So this leads to the contest.
All right.
So here's what I want you to do.
All right.
I want you to get a piece of paper or a notepad or a spreadsheet, whatever you have to do. I'm going to read you first I'm going to read you the contest questions. Then I'm going to read you the answers, and I'll tell you who each person is that gave the answers.
All right. There's multiple questions?
There's 3 questions.
All right.
So I need you to evaluate their answers to the 3 questions and then put them in order of best answer to worst answer.
All right.
And the first 10 will win the prizes.
Okay.
Does that work?
Well, fortunately, I'm recording this, so I don't have to write anything down, but go ahead.
Well, how are we going to tell who's going to win?
Well, because I'll have to re-listen to what the answer.
Oh, so we're not going to announce the winner?
Oh, we're doing this now?
I was going to announce the winner, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I was going to say, write them down, put them in order. And
let me pull up a word pad then.
Yeah, pull up a word pad.
Well, you didn't give me this information.
Well, I'm giving it.
Now you are. I didn't know this was a immediate thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's have a winner.
All right. Let me see here. Word pad. Let's see here. Notepad. All right.
Notepad will work.
The notepad.
All you got to do is keep track of their names.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I got the notepad pulled up. I'm ready to go.
All right. So here we go. The 3 questions I asked people. Number 1, which side is at fault here? Team Ozzy or Team Geezer?
Okay.
Number 2, does it bother you that the Yokos are wrecking this relationship? And number 3, since they are retired from being Black Sabbath, should they even bother disrupting their personal lives to befriend their longtime business partners? Those are the 3 questions.
Okay, so we got decided fault, wives at fault, or what was the other one?
The other one is, should they even bother trying to be friends with their former business partners?
Okay, bother being friends.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
All right?
Got it.
All right. First answers, Scarfoot. Number 1, Geezer is at fault. He knows Ozzy is decrepit and does as instructed by Sharon. He should go see Ozzy and take out for a drive or something just to get him out of the house. Number 2, yes, it bothers me. The Yokos are wrecking this relationship. These jerk-offs are supposed to be the founders of heavy metal, and they're taking their directions from their old ladies. Lame. And number 3, the Sabbath band is the priority, so much like Paul Stanley says about street hustlers. You got to keep control over your business. So that's Scarfoot.
Okay.
Okay. Next is Eric Reed. Number one, both teams are at fault. These two men need to grow a set of balls and tell their wives you don't have to like his wife, but we men will talk.
All right.
Number two, yes, Yoko is the lesson for any man. Yes, Sharon is a twat, but she did save his career and made him huge. But she doesn't understand, let him be a man as well. Don't know anything about Geezer's wife. Fair enough. And then number three, yes, they are more than business partners, but I get they will keep the peace and not speak so they don't hear shit about it. We all have been there. So that's Eric Reed.
All right.
You got him placed?
I got it.
Okay. Next is Corey 1970. Number one, Team Wives is at fault. So he doesn't go Geezer or Ozzy. He goes Team Wives is at fault. These guys toured together for decades. For a decade, had all the drugs, booze, sex, and fun they wanted. Then the wives get involved, and this is the result?
Okay.
Number two, bother no. It's the inevitable result when bitches get involved. So they signed up for it.
All right.
And number three, it's kind of a moot point now at their age. Neither one can be running around much at their age and with health issues. Be nice if it would be nice is what I think he's trying to say. Be nice if they maybe called each other up and shot the shit for old time's sake and did some reminiscing. That way they could at least say they got a chance to talk to each other before one of them kicks it.
Well,
So that's
cool. There's logic there.
There is. So that's Corey 1970.
Okay.
Next option is Polish Rocker. Both sides are at fault. How many times have you seen the spouse or girlfriend ruin careers or paychecks through divorces? Who the hell made them important in the music side of the house anyway? Sharon is the cuntiest of cunts. There's not a bag of dicks big enough for her. On one hand, she did rejuvenate his career after Black Sabbath's breakup, but if it wasn't for his talent, she might be sucking cocks for trans men on street corners. Don't know much about the other wife, but again, that's why she is the wife nobody heard of. I have been in that situation when I was in the Army and I left her home went to visit a friend who my cunt ex-wife couldn't stand. So I blame both parties. So that's the answer to number one. Number two, it bothers me that two men don't get some balls and reach out to each other and hang. And if dickhead wives don't like it, put them in their place. Hell, I hated half of my ex-wife's friends, but I dealt with it. So that's number two.
Okay.
And number three from Polish Rocker, they both say they have no hard feelings over each other. So they too need to meet at a bar, buy some drinks and shoot the shit. And if they want to carry on with their lives without seeing each other again, then so be it. But I personally wouldn't want to go to my grave if I care about a person without attempting to meet and let them know my thoughts. So that's Polish Rocker.
All right.
Whew, a lot of reading. Next one, Electric Fence. Electric Fence, number one, both are at fault for letting their wives decide anything for them.
Okay.
Number two, no, doesn't bother me at all. The band is over and they are both running on empty as far as solo careers go. So as far as I'm concerned as a fan, there isn't much the Yokos can wreck I care about. And number three, if they want to rock the boat and befriend each other again, why not? Either way, the wives shouldn't have any say, as Ozzy and Geezer are both the breadwinners in both cases. So that's Electric Fence.
All right. That's just some, logic there.
Yeah, exactly.
With logic without venom.
That's right.
All right.
Next one, Cheese Nuts. Cheese Nuts is in with number 1, both grow up, mostly Ozzy. He could be the bigger man as he's the bigger name. Number 2, not my Yokos, so no. And number 3, no, work friends are not out of work friends. So that's from Cheese Nuts.
Okay.
Next is Boss Metal. All right, here we go. Number 1, I despise Sharon as she has a rich history of being a supreme greedy scumbag. She has made it clear that she will pimp Ozzy out for the almighty dollar at all costs, even when he takes his dirt nap. She learned from her mentor and father, Don Arden. I am Team Geezer. Geezer is simply trying to sell a book. He's explaining how it really is, even though his wife is probably also waiting for when he also takes his final booster shot. I mean, last breath. Number 2, not really. It's part of the gig, being married. These guys knew the deal when they got married. They got caught at a weak moment in their lives and signed everything away, even though they had the most to lose. Speaking from experience as a former married guy, 10 years happily divorced, congratulations, you kind of already know the risks when you choose this path. I don't really blame the Yokos here. It's the nature of the con. I mean, beautiful sacrament of marriage. So that's 2. And then 3, nope, they paid their dues. They're both different people and don't owe each other anything. So that one more time was Boss Metal.
Okay.
Next up, Henry Lee Summer. Henry Lee Summer, number 1, first off, I'm very irritated with Geezer for admitting that he is ruled by his wife. If that's the case, he needs to keep that to himself. Of course, Team Ozzy is at fault, and this is probably the most corrupt, vindictive, and band-destroying management of all time. The original Blizzard of Oz band was just getting started, and then Jake E. Lee was royally screwed, but we all love Jake. Number 2. Yes, but the men need to be held accountable as well. If you are a millionaire musician, you need to stand up to these women from the get-go. They also need to be using their management and legal teams for their own financial protection when it comes to women and marriage. I know it's next to impossible for a guy like Ozzy, since he came in early and has been in control ever since. She's a hell of a manager, though. And number 3, Ozzy and Geezer should be able to do whatever they want. If they were really good friends, then why not? Ozzy and Geezer should file for divorce on the same day, and then once the divorces are final, they could do a speaking engagement tour together. A major part of the show would be Ozzy and Geezer making fun and talking shit about their ex-wives. That would sell out everywhere, and you could call it the Friends Forever tour. So that is Henry Lee Summer.
All right.
Next, boy, we're still going. Next is Michelle, Shelly Rocks. Given Sharon's history over the way she controls every aspect of Ozzy's career and the awful way people around him have been totally screwed over by her interference, it's more than likely to be her fault. Number 2, yes, all too often you read stories about band fallouts because of squabbling between the wives' girlfriends. It's frustrating to see great partnerships dissolve in this way. I don't think it's a good idea that significant others should get in the middle of band business. Although in Ozzy's case, his wife is the manager, so it's kind of impossible to keep them separate. Now, to be fair to her statement, and don't hold this against her, but am I wrong in thinking that Gloria is Geezer's manager? I think that's true.
I think so. I think that's correct.
Yeah, so I don't want you to take that. She wouldn't know that. I'm just pretty sure I know that. And then her number 3, Ozzy and Geezer both shared a successful career and have a great legacy behind them. They'll always have that. Now, at their time of life, people's priorities change. You can't blame them for choosing to leave the business and all its crap behind to focus on a peaceful personal life. It's sad, but sometimes it's something. If something isn't working anymore, you need to know when to let go. They've retired Black Sabbath. Maybe it's time to move on and live what's left of their lives without the turmoil. So that is Shelley Rocks.
Okay.
Next, John Phillips checks in. Number 1, both. They have each other's number. This should not be an issue in the cell phone age. That's a good point, in my mind. May not be for you, but it is for me. Number 2, no, they're in their 70s. I don't have time to worry about their old cunts. And 3, no, or they were friends. If they were friends to begin with, the business stuff shouldn't have been an issue. So that's John Phillips. Next is Turbo 69. Turbo 69 doesn't break it down into numbers. He just says, Geezer is trying to promote his book, and this is a great headline grabber to do that. But I do believe that Sharon, a.k.a. Yoko, is to blame. She controls Ozzy and probably makes all of his decisions for him. Bummer they don't talk, but bands at this level aren't the Monkees living in the same house together, even though some fans think that's the way it is. Bottom line, Black Sabbath is still big business. So that's Turbo 69. We're almost to the end. Next is Paul Jr. 666. Paul Jr. 666 says, Team Ozzy definitely to blame. Sharon has no shame and doesn't care about anyone or anything but herself. She sure as hell doesn't care for Ozzy. She keeps pushing him back out on the road. The guy has been trying to retire since 1992. The best thing Sharon ever did was introduce Sabbath to Dio in 1979. If Ozzy and Geezer don't talk because it's a rift between the wives, there probably isn't any hope of rekindling their friendship. Chicks hold grudges a lot longer over shit than guys do. So that is Paul Jr., 666.
All right, I agree with that.
Next, Jim Jackal, Jackal 1. Number 1, Team Ozzy is the cause, so gotta side with Geezer. If Sharon wasn't involved, I believe they would all get along fine. If you remember, it was Sharon who made Ward decide to bow out due to pay. True. Number 2, yes, if the significant others would mind their own business, many bands wouldn't have these problems come up. And number 3, I think it would be cool to be able to call each other once in a while to say hey and see what's up. But at this point in their lives, would it make any difference? That being said, however, they spent 10 plus years together and they can't forget that. I think they should talk. So that's Jim Jackal.
Okay.
Next, Belmont 72. And Belmont 72 says, I would imagine that Sharon has something to do with this. From what I understand, she is cutthroat into getting things done and gaining as much money for Oz as possible, no matter who she hurts or insults in the process. It's admirable on one hand, but you can be labeled a cunt if you go at it certain ways, and I am sure this is what might have happened. The men sat back while the wives called each other names, maybe even belittled their respective husbands in the process. If Ozzy gave up his rights in 79, then that's his bad. If Butler did the same in 1984, that's on him. He seems over it. Sharon and Ozzy got half the rights back. Maybe it's different for the English, but in the end, with both men in their 70s and Ozzy in bad shape, they don't have time for childish games. So why can't they just say, look, ladies, he's my friend and I'm going to talk to him. So just step the fuck back. So that is Belmont 72.
Okay.
And thankfully, we are at the last one, as my throat is just about done.
All right.
But the last one is Dio Inglorious. And Dio Inglorious says, Sharon Osbourne is at fault. She is the Yoko who seems to take any talented people out of Ozzy's life, sometimes folks he's truly connected with as well. And God forbid it be anyone desiring proper credit for their artistic contributions. Ozzy could be able to rekindle at least an acquaintanceship with Geezer. Tons of history and evolution with each other. But in a certain way, that time is far long gone. But I doubt Ozzy and Geezer reconcile. The wives are their caregivers and gatekeepers. And that's that. That's Dio Inglorious.
All right.
So there you have, whatever this was, 15 or so answers.
Okay.
So we have 10 winners. Who go from 10 to 1? Who wins the license plates?
All right. Well, just quickly, just scoring this as I listened.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have time to really analyze this at all.
Right.
But I kind of ranked this, and so
Okay.
this is how I ranked it, just quickly analyzing what you wrote or what you wrote and what you read.
Yep.
All right. So coming in at number 10, we have Turbo 69.
Okay.
Coming at number 9, we've got John Phillips with his analysis.
Okay.
Coming in at number 8, we've got Shelley Rocks.
Okay.
At number 7, we've got Henry Lee Summer.
All right.
At number 6, we've got Cheese Nuts.
And he had the shortest one. Look at that.
Yeah, but he was very poignant and to the point.
True.
At number 5, we've got let's see where I got number 5 here. We got Paul Jr. 666.
Okay.
At number 4, we've got Polish Rocker.
Okay.
At number 3, we got Boss Metal.
Okay.
At number 4, I've got Eric.
Wait a minute. You were just at number 3, weren't you?
Oh, wait a minute. Where did I jump to?
The last one was Boss Metal. Number 3, right?
Let's see here. Boss Metal. I think that was number 4.
Okay.
At number 3, we got Polish Rocker.
Okay.
At number 2, we got Scarfoot.
Okay.
And at number 1, we've got Corey 1970.
Corey 1970 with the big win.
Yep. I think he was very caustic in his analysis. So I enjoyed his his reply the most.
Okay.
But that's how I score that.
All right.
Quick and to the point.
Well, there's your 10 winners. That's fantastic. First contest. That went actually okay. And so we will definitely be sending out some stuff, won't we? Be sending out what you got 5 of those and a shirt you're sending, right?
Yes.
And I will be sending this Dokken box set. Here it is. Right there. And I will be sending out, I think I'm going to hold the Sepultura box set for now for another contest.
All right.
Because why not have another one with that?
Sure.
But I'll be sending out the KK Downing book, Heavy Duty. And I will be sending out, I got to find 3 more books. I'll be sending out the Black Sabbath book that I have here that's been sitting here for like 10 years. Never opened. And I will be sending out 2 more books. I'll have to find them, or 2 of my own or something.
All right.
Maybe I'll autograph 2 of my own and send those. So.
Okay. All right.
So I will reach out to everybody, just so everybody knows, I will reach out to each individual person. I will message you on Locals and get your mailing addresses.
All right. Fair enough.
We will go from there. So there it is, the first Locals contest in the books.
Look at that. I had to do this on the fly. So if you weren't one of the top 10 winners, this was not anything directly against you.
Yeah.
This was just initial reaction.
That's right.
I mean, that's just the reaction I had listening to the responses that Chris read to me, and I tried to quickly rank these.
Sure.
And that's how I did it. So, right, wrong, or you thought your answer was better than the last guy or whatever. It's not a contest. It's a garage
sale.
A garage sale. Well, nobody's buying anything. There's no sale here at all.
Yeah, it's just he's more like a garbage pick. Yeah, it's just us emptying the coffers.
Well, I've got all new shit that I actually bought and paid for myself. I mean, so it's not a garage sale. I mean, the shirts are something that I paid for. The license plates are something that I paid for.
Yeah.
And I'm giving them to you. Plus, I'm paying the postage. So
yeah.
So you're getting
this postage ain't going to be cheap.
Yeah. So it's something that everybody gets, and it's not something I got for free, and I'm just giving it away. It's how it is.
That's right.
What do you want for nothing?
Yeah. Well, $5 a month.
I know. It's horrific.
I know it's terrible, but
it's gonna cost
anyway, congratulations.
It's going to cost me that in postage for each individual pack.
Yeah.
Out.
Fuck yeah. This box set's not going to be, the box set's going to be what, $10 to mail.
At least.
Yeah, but whatever.
It's $5 a month, pal.
Yeah, I already paid for it.
Yeah, shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right.
I've like completely lost my voice from all that reading. So
I can tell. All right. Done. Well, what would you like to hear to take us out of the show?
I would like to hear. Where's my little listy list of songs? I would like to hear Woman Trouble Blues by Whitesnake.
Okay.
I think it's on Restless Heart.
All right. Let's see, Woman Trouble Blues, huh?
Yeah, because that fits with what we were doing.
Well, that's what Ozzy and Geezer are having a problem with.
That's right.
Let's see, Woman. Let's see here. I could type Woman Trouble. Oh, there it is. Got it. All right, that's off that. Is it off that the Blues album?
Oh, that's one version of it.
All right. Well, we're gonna play this song, and we're gonna get out of here. Everybody who's won tonight, you're all winners. You're all winners.
Just listening makes you a winner.
Yeah. It doesn't mean you're not as good as the next guy, man.
Yeah, there'll be plenty more contests coming.
Yeah, so there's more stuff coming your way.
Yeah,
so don't feel bad if you weren't one of the top 10, man.
That's right. And don't forget, you Locals people, Saturday, 12:30, you can catch Nita Strauss live with Eric and myself, talking to Nita Strauss about her new album and all my other interviews during the week. Michael Francis, if you're a mob fan, he will be on Monday on Seth Williams' show, and Norman Skinner from Forbidden, and Bella Perron from Plush will be on Chris Aiken Presents, and I don't know who's going to be on Wednesday with Seth Williams, but I'm sure it'll be somebody. So, interviews.
It'll be the Ghost of Triv.
That's right. The Ghost of Triv will be interviewed.
All right. We're going to get out of here. Everybody have a great week. Have a safe, enjoyable week. And we'll be back next Saturday. We'll do this thing all over again. So this is Neeley along with my very good friend,
Chris Aiken.
And we're gone.
Bye, kids.